Hello there, everyone. Alicia Von Bokel here with Merits. Thank you so much for joining me. If you guys are anything like me, you probably don't have a whole lot of spare time left at the end of the day with all the projects, to-dos, tasks, and whatnot. I know I admittedly don't get everything done because I run out of time. So as a consultant and as a trainer, when we ask you guys to invest time in training, I get it. I get that that doesn't always fall number 1, 2, or 3 on the list of things you have to do today, but that doesn't mean it's not important. I would argue that training your staff and your employees is probably one of the most important things that you can do and separates the good dealerships from the greats, but you have to have a plan for it. Training can involve so many things, right? I got to know what my processes are. I got to know how to work my CRM. I got to know, what all the tools and technologies that I need to do my job. I have to know the product that I'm selling because that training is what earns you the trust with your customers. So let's start there. Let's talk about product training and product knowledge training and how important that is. By the time a customer interacts with you, they've already done some sort of research on their own, right? They went to Google or some sort of website that turned them on to whatever it is that you're selling, whatever your brand is, that led them to an interaction with you, a lead, a phone call, a walk-in, or whatever have you be. What they are depending on you guys for, the people at the store, is to be that subject matter expert to confirm that they're making a good decision and to confirm that their needs and wants are what they're going to get out of whatever vehicle that they're looking at. Without that customer interaction and that expertise, we're not any different than the Amazons and the Carvana of likes where it's just click, click, order vehicle, right? And anybody can do that. The problem is we at the dealership level don't take enough time to invest in this type of training with our frontline workers who have these conversations every day with our customers, our BDC folks, our internet folks, our sales consultants, right? No one wants to be in the middle of buying a car and going, wait, you know what? I just don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I'm not sure. I can find it for you. Why don't we Google it? Go ask the parts department. I'll get back to you. And then maybe we forget to get back to you, right? That hour or that day or even sometimes that week. So, having that information at your fingertips and being the true trusted advisor is crucial to gaining that customer's trust and to earning the next sale. Now, am I saying every single one of your employees needs to know the exact difference between a short wheelbase and a long wheelbase Escalade? Because that's going to sell me 10 more Escalades a month? No. But knowing the difference between simple basic trim levels, price pointing, and included features and options might. So let's start here. When you're trying to make a training process and a training plan, especially with new employees, where do we start? First things first is get to know your product. How do we do that? Shop your website, shop your OEM site. Build and price vehicles just like your customer would if they were, submitting a lead or on the other side of the internet when they're starting to get to know your product. Know the differences, like I said, between trims and equipment. What comes with what? Because if a customer really wants this feature and option, they think they have to get to the next level trim, but that's putting me out of my budget. Now I might, go shop a different brand where I think I might be able to get into that for a cheaper price when all along they didn't have to do that. We can order that as an accessory or you can get it with this simple, different other package. Not knowing the answer to that could quite potentially cost you the sale. Get to know your products, your different trim levels, the prices, and the equipment that comes with it, and do that by utilizing your own website and your OEM. Pick a vehicle a day and go spend 15 minutes doing it. Simple, easy, done. After that, get to know your competition, right? Not every single other product that sells that's like yours. If you sell a compact SUV, you don't have to know every single other compact SUV that's in the marketplace. Just know what's in yours. What sells outside of your product? What else sells well? Who's eating into your market space? And know that. And know how your product differentiates from theirs. Do you have better safety? Do you have better technology? Is it a better warranty? Does yours come with additional, services and whatnot? Know your competitive advantage and make sure we're articulating that to the customer, even if they don't come out and say, oh, I might be cross-shopping you with, a different brand. And then 3, and this is probably the most important. If you don't have time for anything else, start with this one. Get an EV point person at your store. Nominate an EV champion, a real subject matter expert in the EV space. If you've got an enthusiast at your store or someone who's just interested in it, if someone is an EV driver themselves, task that person with knowing all of the things. Yes, like I said, the internet has a lot of information. Some good, some bad, some not quite as trustworthy as we want our customers, as we want to be with our customers, right? Don't depend on Google to sell your car for you. You be that person. You be the trust advisor. Know all the things there is to know about range, charging and charging options, price, tax credits, service and maintenance, warranty, all the stuff that your customer really wants to know. And yes, again, they can type in Google and they can go find all of this, but hearing it from you, the subject matter expert, is again what it's going to take to earn your customers' trust and to get them to a yes. Does it take time? Yes. Is the time worth it? I would argue absolutely yes. If you guys need help putting together a training process and a training plan and you need additional time, lean on us here at Merits. We'd be happy to help you put it together a process and put together a plan to make sure that every single one of your customer-facing reps there are true subject matter experts and are completely trained. Any questions? Feel free to reach out. Thank you guys all for spending some time with me today. We'll talk again soon. Bye.